Ask you is, are you a Christian?
Yes.
How do you feel about Donald Trump committing literal blasphemy by depicting himself as God?
I don't like that. I posted that on my Facebook as well. I don't think that was a good thing.
How could you still support him after that?
Well, I didn't vote for him to be Jesus Christ. I voted for him to run the country.
Okay, so you're saying, well, even though it's really immoral, you didn't vote for him to be moral. Okay, well, I think you actually kind of did vote for him to be moral, because good public policy is benevolent and ethical. Bad public policy, most of the time, is not benevolent and very immoral. Okay, but outside of that, even just ignoring the morality of this, him depicting himself as Jesus Christ, I think what it also proves on a descriptive level rather than a normative level is that he's lost his mind. Okay, he's lost control of his cognitive function. I mean, how crazy does a man have to be to declare himself as God, attack the Pope, threaten to genocide 90 million people, and praise Allah on Easter Sunday?
No, here's the other thing. He didn't threaten to genocide 90 million people. He said, and this was a threat. That's what good leaders do. They can threaten people and get them to calm down. And what did they do? Did they not calm down?
You just said it was a
threat. Did Iran not calm down when he threatened them with it?
Threatened them with what?
A total annihilation.
Which would be what? Genocide, right?
No, it means. What do you mean genocide? You're asking if they.
Seems you.
Let me ask you: do you think that Trump said that he was going to send a bunch of nukes there?
Donald Trump threatened to kill their whole civilization, which is tantamount to genocide.
And is that not a threat?
I'm literally.
Did he say how he was going to do it?
Dude, you've tripped yourself up. Let me help you. I claimed that Donald Trump threatened genocide.
Mm-hmm.
You said he did not threaten genocide, but he threatened genocide.
No, that's not what I'm saying. Do you think that Trump said that he was
and death of the entire Iranian civilization be genocide?
Mm-hmm. How do you annihilate a whole country?
How do you annihilate a whole country?
Yes.
Why is that relevant?
How is it not relevant?
Because the question isn't with what means could he prove this threat to be genuine, but rather just did he threaten it point blank period.
Now, do you think that could have been a threat just to scare off the people who is threatening to annihilate? Do you think that could, maybe just possibly, Dean, do you think that may have been a threat to where to kind of scare them off?
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that he threatened genocide. We're agreeing that it was a threat of genocide, right?
This is how you can uncover all the secrets of your family that no one ever told you.
There is a platform where you can search billions of historical...
I'm saying it was a threat, and then you're like, oh no, Dean, it was a threat. We're saying the same thing here.
I'm not sure you understand what I'm saying. Do you think, let me ask you this, do you think that Trump would have gone in and annihilated everybody in that civilization? That's what he wrote on his post on X.
I wouldn't have told you that a week ago he'd depict himself as Jesus Christ. So I don't know. But regardless if he would actually do it or not, that's not what we're adjudicating here. Because you don't need to actually do something in order to describe a threat of doing something.
Right. Do you understand
if I were to tell you that I'm going to end your life, okay, but I never did I still threaten to end your life?
Do you understand that could be a threat for a good purpose?
So now you're arguing that he did threaten to genocide them, but it was good?
Yeah, okay.
I just want to clarify, is that your position?
Sure, yes.
Okay, so you went from saying that he didn't threaten to genocide them to now saying that he did threaten to genocide them, but it was good.
Yeah.
So what I'd say here is it's actually never a good thing to threaten to genocide 90 million people, including millions of small children.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, first of all, he never threatened that, but that's okay. Do you understand?
Define the word genocide?
If you threaten to kill my kids, and I wrote back to you, I'm going to Dean, is that okay for me to say that? If you, over years and years and years, which the Ayatollah did since the 79 revolution, was that okay for Trump to say that? We're going to wipe out the whole civilization. Was that okay for him to say that as a threat after he's been threatened over and over? Not only him, but the United States of America being threatened by the Ayatollah, by Iran constantly. Is that okay? Is that okay for Trump to say something back to them?
So, from my perspective, no, because it's never okay to threaten genocide. But funny enough, using your logic, it was actually okay for the IRGC to say death to America. The reason is that, well, since even before the 70s, reaching all the way back into the 50s, we've been meddling with their country, such as taking out their democratically elected leader because they wanted to socialize the oil production, and then Britain wouldn't have made so much money, or generally meddling with their proxies or neighboring countries, such as our war in Iraq and Afghanistan that led to the deaths of 1 million innocent Iraqis and Afghanis, on top of all of the destabilization in the region. So because of that, because of all that meddling over the course of the last 75 years from America towards Iran and the other Middle Eastern countries, using your logic, it's now actually okay for Iran to say death to America as a way to try to stop that meddling. So thank you. You are now a sympathizer to the IRGC.
Wait a second. How is that the proof? I'm not talking about other people. I'm not talking about George Bush with Iraq and all this other stuff. I'm talking about President Trump and what he said and what he wrote. I'm not talking about the things that happened before.
I know, because you don't like it when your logic is used against you.
How is it my logic used against me?
I'll just describe it again. You're saying that because Iran has been chanting death to America since the 70s, okay, fucking with us, then it's therefore okay for us to fuck with them and to threaten to genocide them all. Okay, but what you forget is that we've been fucking with Iran before the IRGC even existed. Therefore, I know we started it first. Okay? Like with the coup of their democratically elected leader in the 50s. General destabilization of the region. The onslaught of their neighbors. Okay? Sanctioning them. Removing the sanctions to enter into the JCPOA. Then Donald Trump basically pulling out of the JCPOA to then re-implement the sanctions. Fucking with their proxies. So because we've been fucking with them longer than they've been fucking with us, therefore we started the meddling, and therefore they are justified and then responding to the meddling by chanting death to America, because keep in mind, in accordance with your logic, because they've been meddling and saying death to America for so long, it's actually justified for Donald Trump to then turn around and to threaten to genocide them all. But since in all reality and consideration of all history, we started it, we meddled first, and we've been meddling ever since. In accordance with your logic, they're the party that's justified in chanting death to us, not the other way around.
Then why did the 79 revolution happen? Why was Iran free before that?
I could answer your question.
Okay.
Because we took out their leader in the 50s when they were free.
No, we didn't.
The CIA.
This is where you're wrong, Dean. This is where you're wrong. This is why you don't know history. You act like you know a bunch of stuff, Dean, but you don't. That did not happen.
The CIA.
I don't know where you get this from. Why do you think the 79 revolution happened?
Dude,
it had nothing to do with Americans.
I'm telling you where I'm getting this.
Who was the leader before the 79 revolution?
Stop talking over me. I'm telling you that I know that we did take out their democratically elected leader in 54 or 56, and then we put him on house arrest for the rest of his life and installed our own leader.
And where did he go? Where did he go?
One moment. And I know that we did that. Stop it. You're interrupting me while I'm trying to give you the evidence for it. You can't just scream and shout over me that what I'm saying never happened and that I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, I'm trying to give you the evidence to justify what I'm talking about. Like it's unreal. But that aside, my evidence that this happened in 1956 and we took out their leader and put him on house arrest for the rest of his life and then installed our own leader is the CIA.
That's not even true.
You're still doing it. I'm trying to tell you right now.
All right,
I've been trying to tell you for the last 3 minutes. You're literally, when I'm trying to tell you where I'm getting this from, you're screaming over me, saying, "Where are you getting this from?" It's fucking annoying.
Me. I'm saying, where are you getting this from?
I've been trying to tell you. Are you going to let me tell you?
Yes, go ahead.
The CIA admitted to it in Congress.
Where? What Congress?
Sure, for sure. When did the CIA admit to Iranian coup? They admitted to that in August of 2013 by declassifying internal documents which confirmed the agency's planned and executed the overthrow of Prime Minister Mohammed Ems.
I didn't ask that. I said, what Congress?
Whatever Congress was in place in 2013.
Okay. Can you find that Congress?
Why the fuck does it matter?
It does matter because you're not telling the truth. Can you find the Congress? I feel like
Yes.
I'm Andrew Wilson now.
Yeah, the 113th Congress.
Yeah. Okay. 113 Congress. Let me look that up. I don't mean to be like Andrew Wilson, Dean. I think you're a cool guy. I don't mean to be like this, but just you've got to be able to be truthful. I'm looking this up.
I'm being truthful.
Okay. Looking this up now. 113th Congress.
Just look up 2013 CIA declassification of Iranian coup.
If it is invalid, we promise a tenfold refund. This denture can be successfully worn in just 1 second and is
Jesus Christ.
Can you say
that.
which? Can you say it again? Which one was it?
2013 CIA declassification of Iranian coup.
2013.
Or you could just look up the operation. It was Operation Ajax. That's probably easier.
Yeah, that would be easier. Operation Ajax.
God, dude, I'm still a little bit flustered. Fucking hell.
You should be flustered because you're lying. Most of the
true.
stuff you're talking about, you're lying.
Yeah, I'm totally lying about Operation Ajax. It never happened.
I didn't say that. I said most of the stuff you're talking about is lying. I'm looking this
Well,
up
I guess
now.
you got unlucky by asking me for evidence for the one thing that apparently I'm happy I happen to be saying that's true. I'm surprised you don't know about it. I feel like this is kind of one of the things that you have to know if you want to have serious political discussion about American interventionism in Iran.
Well, how is it that you got embarrassed by Andrew Wilson then, if you want to talk about and actual discussion of political debates?
Listen,
How
but
did you
people
get embarrassed?
People
Why did
say
you
I
have
get
to have
embarrassed
Parker
by,
feed you answers?
every single guest that I talk to on a daily basis. It's just
Listen,
it's just
don't kick me off of that.
It's conservative brain rot. Listen, continue to say that I got embarrassed by somebody that I shit on. It's fine. It's fine. Molly, thank you for the
Is that why you did the Unfuck America tour? Because you got embarrassed by Charlie Cross? I'm not. Listen, I don't want to say that, but you just said some shit against me. I didn't want to say that against you. You did just say some shit against me.
Okay.
Did you not?
After
You
I
said that there
embarrassed
was
you-
always Republicans or somebody saying that they don't know history.
Listen, after I embarrassed you by you affirming that Operation Ajax was real and we couped their government in the 50s, then,
I never said it wasn't.
then
I never said it wasn't real.
You called me a liar, which
I never said you were a liar about that.
You did.
No, I didn't.
Do we
No,
vividly-
see, this is the problem with you, Dean. This is what I told you. I never said that you lied about that. I said
will
you lie about a
happily
whole
replay
bunch
the
of other
VOD.
stuff.
I will
I
happily
never said-
replay the VOD.
And then you want to talk. Okay, replay it.
To the 2 minutes where I'm telling you about Operation Ajax, and then you
Yeah.
start screaming and shouting me, calling me a liar, asking me where I got that from for another 2 minutes.
I never said that. I said I'm looking it up right now. You just said this is
While you're looking it up, just stop talking and start researching. And in the meantime, I'll go ahead and replay when you were screaming and shouting, calling me a liar.
Can you replay it?
Congress was in place in 2013.
Well, fair enough.
We've been fucking with them longer than they've been fucking with us. Therefore, we started the meddling, and therefore they are justified and then responding to the meddling by chanting "Death to America." Because keep in mind, in accordance with your logic, because they've been meddling and saying "Death to America" for so long, it's actually justified for Donald Trump to then turn around and to threaten to genocide them all. But since in all reality, in consideration of all history, we started it, we meddled first, and we've been meddling ever since. In accordance with your logic, they're the party that's justified in chanting death to us, not the other way around.
Then why did the '79 revolution happen? Why was Iran free
I could
before
answer,
that?
there we go. I could answer your question.
Okay.
Because we took out their leader in the 50s when they were free.
No, we didn't.
The CIA
This is where
admitted
you're
to it.
wrong, Dean. This is where you're wrong. This
The
is
CIA
why you
admitted
don't
to it
know
in Congress.
history. You act like you know a bunch of stuff, Dean, but you don't. That
I do know
that
this.
that did not happen.
The CIA
I don't
admitted
know
to
where
it.
you get this from. Why do you
CIA.
think the '79 revolution happened?
Dude,
It
I'm
had
telling
nothing
you I'm
to do
getting
with
this from.
Americans.
I'm telling you where I'm getting this
Who was the
from.
Who was the leader?
Listen, do I need you to play you another 2 minutes of that? Or I think I've really proven my point here.
Yeah, play the beginning again, where you just interrupted me from the beginning. That's why I interrupted you back. I don't care about.
I'm not talking
I don't
about
care
the interruptions. Who cares? Who cares anymore? I cared a lot.
You were just talking about the interruptions.
No, I'm talking about. Oh, you thought that what you heard on you just got a violation for harassment and bullying, so I got to disconnect you. But what a dumbass, frankly. He was just rattling on and on and on about how he never said that it never happened. And then I play him the clip of him explicitly saying that it never happened. And then he just gains sudden amnesia surrounding the fact that's the argument he was making. and then I had to kick him. Trump supporters, folks. These people vote. Let's go to get that next guest loaded up into the box. Graham,